Before you came round, my heart would never be much faster. Before you.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I completely forgot to film an intro and outro for this video, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover and say hey. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and make sure that you're subscribed so that way you don't miss another video. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys a few more close-ups and then just jump right into the video. Alright, so I'm going to start off by doing something a little different than I usually do, and I'm going to take a piece of tape, probably like an inch or like 2 inches long, and I'm going to place it on top of my hand just so it's not as sticky, and I'm going to take it off, do it again, one more time, and then I'm going to put it from the bottom of my lower lash line all the way to this end of my eyebrow arch, just so, because when I do my eyeshadow, when I take the tape off, it's very sharp and it looks cut, so it looks really nice and clean afterwards. But yeah, I'm just gonna look at my phone because I can't find a mirror. Just like that. And I'm gonna do that on this side too. It's gonna look weird, but I mean, once you're done with the eyeshadow, it's gonna look really good. Alright, now that I have both pieces of tape on, it doesn't have to be the same length, it doesn't really matter as long as it measures from the side of your eye to the end of your eyebrows, but yeah. I'm just gonna take some Vaseline and moisturize my lips before we get started so that way it's not dry by the time I put lipstick on. Alrighty, so I'm gonna bring the camera closer so that way you guys can see a close-up of how I do my eyeshadow. Alright, so I'm going to be taking my Morphe palette, the one that I always use. I'll link it down below if I could find the exact link to where I bought it. But it's the 350M palette, and it's all matte shades, which I love, and it's easier to use from me comparison. I just love this palette. Literally every tutorial that I have done so far, it's been from this palette. But I'm just going to be taking a soft light brown shade, and then I'm just going to start from the crease and then just blend it out onto my entire lid. It's really subtle, it doesn't do much, but it's just a good base shade before I start the rest of my eyeshadow. And I know I didn't start off by doing my makeup by doing my skin first, like doing foundation or like BB cream or like concealer, but that's because I'm going to do it after. I only am doing that because I have the tape where my eyes are right now, and if I put the tape over where my concealer would have been, it would have been bad because then I would have to redo my whole concealer and foundation and stuff. But now I'm going to go in with a really warm brown shade. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start from the outer edge of my crease and then just slowly blend it into my entire lid. I'm gonna take a darker brown shade. It's not too dark, but it's still in the warm tones, and I'm gonna take that darker brown and then do the exact same thing that I've been doing. Start from the outer side of the crease and then blend it slowly into my entire lid. Alrighty, now I'm gonna go in with this really dark brown. It's almost black, I would say, but it has a very cold undertone. But I'm just gonna take this and kind of blend this into my crease and slowly bring it into the front of the eyelid. I'm not trying to blend it out completely, like I don't care if it's messy because we're gonna be blending it out with another brown just so it's softer. Once I'm done, I'm gonna be going back in with the warm, darker shade of the brown, and then I'm gonna be blending out the edge between where my bare skin and the really dark brown meet. Alright, I'm gonna start going in with this really nice and pretty red orange, and it's a matte shade, so I'm going to be blending this in from the outer corner and focus it on the outer corner more than I would. Now since we already have like the darker shades underneath, it's a little harder to blend out. So I just keep packing on as much as I want, but I don't want it to be like too bright or pigmented. So I'm gonna blend it out and then add a little more if I want it to be a little more red. And then I'm just gonna take the excess amount of the eyeshadow and then just blend it all the way to the front of my eyelid. Now I'm gonna be going in with this, I don't know how to describe this shade. It's like a brown mixed with the fiery orange shade that we just put on. And I'm gonna be taking this shade and then I'm just gonna be putting it all over my lid. And I'm doing this with the fluffy brush still. Alright, and after that, I'm gonna be using another fluffy brush, but this one I'm using is the exact same brand because I thought I lost these brushes before, but I didn't, so I bought another pair. And I'm gonna be going back into that really, really dark, cold toned brown, and I'm gonna place this right in the center of my eye, just like that, and then just kind of gently blend it. Not all the way, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave that little awkward space right there between where the red and the dark brown meet for now. Can you guys see all that fallout? Like, that's exactly why I did the eyeshadow before, so that way I could cover, I could get rid of all of that fallout and then cover it up with my concealer and foundation after. Alright, once I'm done packing on that shade, I'm going to go in with that mix of the brown and the fiery red shade that we just used right before this, and then I'm just going to blend where the red and the dark brown meet and just keep blending until I'm happy with how it looks. Alright, once I'm done blending that out, I'm going to go in to a different palette. My Naked palette by Urban Decay is the first one, and I'm going to be going in with the shade Half Baked with my finger because I don't want to use a brush for this because I want it to be really pigmented. So I'm going to be using my finger just to apply this all over the center of my lid. And just kind of bring it in gently to the inner corner of my eye, but I'm not gonna highlight this area. If there's fallout, there's fallout, and I'm just gonna get rid of it later, but for now it's gonna be the center of my eyelid all the way to the very inner corner. You're welcome to use a brush if you'd like, but I just feel like with shimmery shades, I just like using my finger because it packs on more than a brush does for some reason. Alright, once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush, not putting any extra product on, and I'm just going to use the product that's already on it just to blend out the gold. Alright, we're not done with the eyeshadow, but for now we are. I'm going to be going in with my Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner, and I'm going to be doing a cat eye, which I've struggled with. That I've struggled with for years now, but since I have the tape, it's going to be much easier to do the cat eye. But I'm just going to be doing a cat eye all the way from the inner corner of my eye all the way out, and then just do a simple cat eye just over here with the tape on. I'm not going to take it off, but if you feel like you're good at cat eyes or you do it like on a daily basis, go for it and take the tape off, and then you could do it yourself. Alright, I got one eye down, and I know it looks messy, but that's just because I drew over the tape, so it just looks like that. Wow. I'm actually gonna be so surprised if this actually works out. Alright, I messed up the cat eye on the other side, but I'll just fix it once I take the tape off. Alright, once you have done your eyeliner, now it's time to take the tape off. And this is like the most fun part for me. That was actually really satisfying. Do you guys see all that fallout? Jesus, that's so much. Oh, it feels so nice. It's like a cold breeze where the tape was. All right, I'm gonna fix a little bit of the eyeliner. All right, so far that's how my eyes look, and I'm gonna brush off all of the fallout first. I'm gonna brush off all of the fallout with a fluffy brush. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my everyday concealer. I use the MAC Studio Finish Concealer with SPF 35, and I'm just gonna apply this all over the center, I mean under my eyelids, and under my eyelids is my eyeball. What is wrong with me? I mean under my eye, all along where the tape was, also just on the side of the eyeliner. And then I'm also going to go on the bridge of my nose, my chin, where my cupid's bow is, and my forehead just a little bit. And then I'm gonna blend all of that out with a brush. All right, once my concealer is completely on and blended out, I'm gonna be taking a big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna be using my Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation, and I'm just gonna use this to set all of my concealer, and yeah. Alright, I applied all of, not all of it, I applied a little bit of the Tarte Amazonian Clay Airbrush Foundation with a big fluffy brush all over wherever I applied concealer. And so this is how my skin looks so far. So I'm gonna go back to do my eyes, and we just have like a couple more steps to finish it off. I'm gonna go back to the Morphe palette, and I'm gonna go into the dark brown shade, and I'm gonna be using this to smoke out the bottom lash line. All right, I'm gonna go in with that mix of the brown and the fiery red shade. I wish Morphe like included names or something. It would be so much more easier to like refer to than like calling them like, oh, a mix of this and this. But yeah, I'm just gonna be taking that shade and just blending it all out in the bottom lash line. Alrighty, once that's done, I'm gonna go in with the shade Sin in the Naked palette, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of this with my finger just to highlight the inner corner. Alright, and then my face is getting a little dewy, and that's probably because like it's so hot outside and I'm filming a fall makeup tutorial. But I'm gonna take my Milani, it's the Milani powder foundation, and I'm just gonna use this to just kind of make my face a little more matte than it is. Alright, so for lips it's gonna be a little different. I'm gonna be taking the shade Give Me Mocha in the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit liquid lipsticks, and I'm just gonna take this, apply this. Alright, so this is my everyday makeup shade that I use like every single day whether I'm going to school or anywhere else. But I'm gonna apply this, let it dry, but I'm gonna be doing something else too. Alright, so the last step, it's gonna sound a little weird, but I'm gonna be using the eyeshadow from the Morphe palette to make the perfect burgundy shade that that I'm like obsessed with for fall. So I'm gonna be going in with a dark brown, and then I'm gonna line my lips. Alright, and then I'm gonna take a little more of that same shade and then just lightly dab it on the center of my lips. So now it's like this like brown shade mixed with that pink that I had underneath, and I'm gonna be going in with this really red shade, and I'm just gonna apply it all over my lips. And then after that, I'm done creating the perfect burgundy lip. Alright, I'm gonna go back up to my eyes, and I'm gonna do my mascara. And for this, you could use any mascara you'd like, but I just use my, I'm just gonna be using my everyday mascara, which is the Maybelline Last Sensational Full Fan Effect in the waterproof one. I don't know why I bought waterproof, but I have it, so I'm gonna use it.